Google AI agents that you can use to build workflows like this, for example. So if we pull this up full screen, I'm not going to play the audio because it will mess up the audio on the stream. But if we actually play this video back, you can see this is a UGC style video with edits. Let me show you here. So we've actually got like an advert style image, as you can see, and we have like a UGC style here as well. And these are all NA10 workflows using Google and the new Nano Banana Up. So what essentially I've put together here, this is quite interesting, is I've created a bunch of different automations that I really like, right? Some of my favorite automations, because you kind of lose track. And so I've created this nice spreadsheet where like I can basically just click on a workflow, like for example the UGC Nano Banana one. And then the other issue with some NA10 workflows, I'm just gonna be 100% honest with you today. Like I'm not gonna tell you this is magic, unlike some YouTube videos, is that sometimes when you're doing this, right, you're going to find that you kind of forget how to use them or how they're supposed to be prompted and that sort of thing. So, for example, let's say we want to generate some UGC images, right? Well, what we need first is a product image, and we've got the how to use it over here. So, for example, if we go to this, you can see how this works. So, we've got a trigger of a workflow. It's going to upload the file to Google Drive, analyze the image, send it over to OpenRouter to generate the image, and then convert it to a file, right? And so the first step that you want is you need to actually have a product that you can advertise, right? So let's say, for example, I have a book, I have a book, Link Building Mastery, right? I could probably use the artwork from that to actually generate an output. So let's try that in a second. I'm just going to pull this up here, and we will get an image of Link Building Mastery and then use that for. All right. So, for example, let's say we've got our book, Link Building Mastery, like you can see over here. Right, this is a book. So we're gonna save that image, download that bad boy, and then we're gonna go over to NA10 and just use this to create our workflow, right? And then we can actually turn it into a video later if we want to as well. We're gonna execute the workflow. It's gonna trigger the workflow, and we're just gonna choose our file. So, for example, that image book that we generated, and I'm gonna paste in a prompt like UGC add content, something like that. And you can see now that's triggered the workflow. So from uploading the image, we've now got Google Drive uploading, ChatGPT is analyzing the image. That's going to go over to our image prompt generator. Then we're going to use Google's new image preview API, like you can see over here. And that's going to actually generate and convert that to a file later, right? This is the longest part of the process. Yeah, happy to help, happy to help. I'm glad this helps you. That's what we want to do, right? We just want to share with the world and help humanity. That's what we're talking about, right? So, boom, look at that. That is magic, my friends. That is magic.